guys, welcome back to a brand new episode of Head Over Heels. And today's episode, oh my gosh, I think you can hear through my voice that I'm very nervous because this guest is a big deal, y'all. And he's going to be an even bigger deal like years down the road. I'm going to tell you that, mark my words. But yes, we have Firdhaus or Firdhaus in the house, am I right?
Oh, yes.
That's it, right?
Yes. I think close lah.
Close. Oh my god, then not right lah. You must correct me.
90%. Okay, Firdhaus.
See?
Yeah.
Okay, I have to apologize in advance if any part of this episode where I didn't pronounce the Chinese word correctly because there's 4 sounds, right?
Yeah, 阴阳赏区.
Oh, there we go. I also don't know that. That's because I actually didn't go to a Chinese school, so I want to apologize in advance if I, said something wrong lah, huh? Okay, all right, Firdhaus. Should I call you your artist name or Firdhaus? Like, what do people call you?
Firdhaus is fine. Yeah.
Okay, first of all, I just want to say thank you so much for coming on the show. I think the story of how you came on the show or I decided to get you on is a very funny story.
Yes, it's quite interesting.
It's very interesting. Of course, I think I got to know you maybe I would say before you released your latest music video, the 早点回家, because my friend Jasmine, who directed your music video, yes. I met her for breakfast and then she was telling me about, at the time I didn't know who you were, and I've not heard your songs ever.
So even Ala Sejak Haiwan, you have no idea?
No,
right.
because I think I'm very I only speak English and I think I limit myself sometimes too much to the kind of songs I listen to. So yeah, so anyway, so that was where I came from, right? So when she told me about, oh babe, I'm working on this music video for this guy, Firdhaus, I was like, oh, interesting, who's that? So she always talks to me about her work. So then she was telling me about, oh my gosh, I can't wait for it to be out. And I said, can I watch it first? So she let me watch it first. And that's when I was like, oh my god, so good. Where is he from? Like what, Taiwan or something? No, babe, he's local. He's Malay, you know. He speaks, I'm like, what? He speaks perfect Mandarin. That's insane. So that's how I discovered you. It's crazy, right? And then shortly after, I hosted the Milo event.
Yeah.
That was when you performed.
That was the first time I met you.
Yes. So that was when I'm like, perfect. I have to go say hi because obviously I'm a fan, right? But
the morning, the 5 a.m. when I'm sound check.
Yeah, I was there.
You were there.
I was there.
You was the one that said hi to me, right?
Well, you don't remember me. It's okay lah.
No, because I forgot. Like my memory.
Yes.
Stuck on like the after we went on stage
I get it.
and everything.
I don't know if we actually said hi in the morning
because
I think everybody is like, because I woke up at like 3 a.m. for the call time. It was way too early. But I don't think we said hi at the 5 a.m. point. But we did say hi just before you went on stage, like kind of like how I always go to my guests and say hi to them. So yeah, that's how I got to know you. Okay,
like for me, I've watched a few of your contents before.
Really?
Yes.
Thank you.
Hey, before we start everything, I need to confess one thing first.
Please.
This monologue, I thought of it for a few days already.
Please go for it.
Okay, because I need to confess that I don't speak English very well. Because like, this is like my third language because my main language is Chinese first, Mandarin first, and then Malay, and then English. Yeah. So I don't speak English very well. So because I was actually contemplating to tell you this because beforehand, because like when you invited me to be on here, I was thinking like if I tell you I'm not that good in speaking English, because you wouldn't know like the level, because like is he like bad or like he can speak but not fluent? I don't want you to be worried, I can speak but I'm not
You
great.
think you're not that great.
Yeah.
You're fine. You sound good.
Yes, but my father told me also like I'm fine, but
continue your monologue.
So I was contemplating like, oh, should I tell you? Because I don't want you to be worried, and then I don't want you when you're prepping for the episode. I don't want you to be like, oh, should I give him the easier question or whatever? So I was contemplating, and then like also you inspired me like because you can't really speak Chinese very well, right?
Yes.
And then like last time you hosted like the Payong Step 8, and then. And you inspired me because like you challenged yourself. Yeah. And I felt inspired, and then I also felt like I wanted to challenge myself. And one of my goals this year is I want to like improve my English speaking. Yeah. So yeah, like I'm here now.
Thank you so much for sharing. Oh, I'm so glad I inspired you, man. That's crazy. But yeah, like I think I completely understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
But I can tell you, you sound completely fine.
Okay.
Right, guys? Right? You sound so good, right? Like I wouldn't have known. But yeah, I totally get where you're coming from. It's kind of like your own
insecurities.
Yes,
I guess.
our own insecurity.
Yes,
Even like with the Chinese, some of my friends like, you sounded actually okay. But in my head after the show, I was like, holy crap, let me rewatch all my videos. How did I sound? I think I sounded bad.
Yes, the accent is all over the place.
Yeah. So we overcompensate by kind of like what I did earlier. If I mentioned it wrongly, I'm so sorry. So I get you, but you sound fine. Thank you so much though for letting me know.
Okay.
And no, I will not simplify any of the questions because I know you can handle it. And we have to ask you this on this seat this time. Okay, so I think before we move on, also I want to share how I got Firdhaus on the show. His follower summoned me.
Yeah.
So I think you had your showcase or something.
Yeah.
For your album.
Yeah, that's like a press conference.
Okay, press conference. And you did a story, IG story, saying that you want to talk more about your album. And anyone has any show or podcast, just invite me. He did a story on his own, like, as a fun thing, right? And someone sent it to me and said, because when you receive an IG story, you only see the text. I don't see the story that was sent to me. So someone said, Firdhaus is looking for you. So I was like, So I clicked into it. It linked me back to his story. Then I'm like, So I sent it to you.
You know what's funny? When I was writing the caption of the Insta stories, the podcast that I was thinking is
really
Head Over Heels.
Serious
because I was like, I also got watched you guys previous episodes. So that's like
amazing.
That's like I felt like
Yeah, the stars aligned for us.
Yeah.
And then we met, and then I got to know him, and then now I'm like, I have contributed to many streams of your songs. I can just say that. I also have to confess, so many confessions before we even start. We have Spotify Rap recently.
Yeah.
You're my top artist.
Wow.
Yeah, I really repeated so many times. So yeah, okay, let's get to it. Of course, I think the reason why we got you here is really to get to know you. So before we get into the album, which we will, and also congratulations on your show, it's sold out, right? I want to talk about you. So if we can kind of like go back in time.
Yep.
Back to before you became
a singer.
Yeah, got it right.
Yes, perfect.
Tell us more about where you're from, what is it like growing up, and who is Firdhaus?
Okay, my name is Muhammad Firdhaus bin Farmizi. So that's like my Malay, my IC name. I was born in a Malay family. I'm not mixed. I'm pure Malay. I think the first time I learned Chinese is when I was in kindergarten. Yeah, kindergarten when I was I think 4, 5, 6 around that. I went to like a Chinese kindergarten. It's like next to my primary school. So I went to also SJKC, and then until like my secondary school is also like a Chinese secondary school. So yeah, I learned Chinese since I was kindergarten, and then I think as a kid, you don't really like a lot of people ask me like, oh, okay, like how do you feel like learning Chinese? Is it hard and everything, right? But because I'm not sure like how I want to explain this, like for me, because as a kid we don't really know about different race or different religion or different like for me as a kid, 5 years old kid, I went to the kindergarten. Chinese, the Mandarin language is just another subject. It's like math, it's like science and everything. So yeah, for me, and then I was quite a smart kid because because just like my mom is great at like keeping teaching in some ways, and like she used to be like every day when I come back from school, she'll check my bag, like every books, every homework, she'll put it beside me, and then like you need to finish this and everything. So like my result from kindergarten to primary school is great because she was like she was checking on me every day. And then secondary school, everything starts to fall apart.
It's always like that, isn't it?
because I started to play music, and that's not like a reason lah. That's not like something that I'm
Yeah, totally get it.
But yeah, I started playing music. I think primary 6 when I started listening to Jay Chou. Yeah, I think that's like our age.
Yeah,
that's he's like the main character, the king.
Yeah.
So yeah, one of my classmates recommended me Jay Chou's music because before that I've never heard any Chinese song.
Never ever.
From kindergarten until primary 5, primary 6, I've never, because from my my idea of Chinese song was like Zhang Xueyou and everything. So,
Very
so it felt old for me.
Yeah.
And then when I heard Jay Chou's song, for some reason I felt, this is something new.
Yeah.
And then like my friends love to like copy his lyrics and everything. So he started to write lyrics also. So he inspired me also to write my own lyrics. And that's when like I started writing songs.
Yeah.
I write lyrics and everything, but at that time I didn't know how to play any instrument.
So it was just writing first.
Yes, just writing lyrics, and it was bad, but but I guess I wanted to like write melodies. So when I went to secondary school, we had like a co-curriculum.
Yeah.
So every Saturday we had like a co-curriculum, and then we can choose our own like whatever club that we want to join. So I joined guitar club. But I hate guitar.
Okay.
Just because the only reason I joined guitar club is because that's the cheapest instrument that
most accessible, affordable.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I love piano because Jay Chou's play piano, right? That's like for me, like a man or a boy plays piano is very attractive to me.
Yes, understand.
So, I'm straight, but
thanks for clarifying.
but yeah, so like my like I've always wanted to play piano, but but my parents wasn't sure of like letting me learn piano because it's quite expensive. I'm not I don't come from like a very poor family. Like medium. It's just like just, and also one of the reasons is because I played a lot of sports when I was in like schools, and then like I played for some time and then I give up. Play for some time, like I play football for a few years and I give up. Badminton, I give up. So maybe in the back of their mind, music is just another thing that I want to play for a few years. So they don't want to invest too much, I guess, at that time. So I bought like a 79 or 89 ringgit guitar at the time. And then I bought it, and then I slept through the curriculum for like, I think 2 years. 2 years, I think, until my secondary 3.
My gosh. Yeah.
I still can't play guitar. So,
I'm sorry, I'm laughing, but
until now, actually, my guitar skill is not great for someone that's been playing for like 10 to 12 years.
Have you ever been to classes?
Yeah, the guitar club, they have like teacher and then they teach, but I always fall asleep and everything because I don't have the passion towards it. I bought it just because I could write melodies and I can play my songs. That was just the only reason. So I think when I was in secondary 3, I felt like, I need to stop it. I need to at least learn how to play the basic chords. So I think I spent like 2-3 weeks to really learn the basic chords. And then that's when I started to, now I can write some melodies and play some songs. And then like some of like my club friends and everything, they also write songs and they help me, they teach me how to write songs. And then, do I continue the story?
Well, you can.
Is it too long?
No, please go ahead.
Okay, and then when I was in secondary 4, I think, I went to, like, I started writing songs, and then I joined one competition, like songwriting competition. It's like a ATV songwriting competition. It's called The Ultimate Song.
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, and then I went there as a 16-year-old kid. I remember I was wearing like slippers to the like
audition room.
Yeah, audition. So I left my shoes at home, and then when I was like when I'm on the way, I think when I reached Malacca, that's when I realized I forgot my shoes at home. And then it was too late and everything. So I went there wearing like this boy cap, BOY, pink cap and everything. And then I went there and then I got into like the top 24.
Amazing.
I was the youngest one there. And then, but yeah, I guess that was my first experience of like joining competition and everything. But I've always been like a shy person, so I've never been like a entertainer or performer. Like I used to hate being on stage. Nowadays, I still.
How do you feel now? Like now,
I don't really enjoy it now, if I'm being honest.
For sure.
But I guess nowadays, because like I see like how my songs, change other people's life, or like when I listen to like how they sing with me, my lyrics and everything, nowadays I can enjoy that part of the process and everything. So yeah, nowadays I can enjoy a bit, but I'm still learning how to love the whole thing. But I guess that's how I feel now.
I've seen you perform on stage. It feels like you belong there. I wouldn't have known this side of the story if you didn't tell me. So I want to know, like, how do you overcome that feeling of, I don't want to be here? Or like, would you say it's stage fright?
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you overcome your stage fright?
I think, after I graduate from my secondary school, I went and worked at like a pasar pagi. So like every day I wake up on like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. and then I went to work at the pasar pagi. And then at night, I would go and play songs at restaurants or bars. So that was my work for like, I think for 3 to 4 years. So even before like I came to KL, that was like my main job.
Yeah.
And
sorry, wait a second. Where are you from if you're not from KL?
I'm from Johor Bahru.
Me too.
Yes, I think I've when the
JB.
voting, right? You vote in JB also, right?
Yes. Okay, sorry, continue.
Yeah. So
okay.
Yeah, so for a few years I've played in the bars or restaurants, and that was like a way for me to practice my guitar and singing and everything. But until now, I still feel very nervous being on stage. I think, and also because I moved to KL, I signed to the label during the MCO. So I didn't have the chance to like go on stage and perform my songs in front of like the live audience.
Yeah.
So after the MCO, the first few performances was very tough for me because like I can't sleep for like 2-3 days straight before the performance. Like I was anxious and everything. But nowadays, I'm better at coping that. So yeah, I think it's a process, but I'm getting there.
No, I think I love the process.
Yes.
I love the in-between. I got a guest here before and she was telling me, people don't want to know when you're on stage, shining bright. Sure, that's nice. We can see that. Yeah. But we want to know that in-between, how you got there. Yeah. And being able to witness that right now, I think it's such an honor because you are going to be in a different place, say just 5 years later. So,
I hope so.
And when maybe you look back into this interview, what stage fright? Don't know how that feels like. Who knows, right? So yeah, I think that's nice to be able to see
the growth.
Yeah, the growth and even the process. I think that's so important, right? Yeah, I think speaking of...
I skipped through a lot of questions.
No, you didn't. In fact, you cover a lot of things. Don't worry. You didn't. But yeah, I think speaking of going back a little bit to going to your school, studying Mandarin, studying Chinese. I think it's not uncommon to see non-Chinese kids going to Chinese school. It's not uncommon, but it's very rare, right? And not quite a norm yet in a sense where, so if you could share, right, what is it like being Malay in a Chinese school? Were there any struggles, or you just kind of like blend, like there was nothing that you struggled with throughout the years?
I guess, I think when I was in kindergarten, I went to the kindergarten with my cousin. So my cousin is also Malay. So she was she sits next to me. And then the other side is also a Malay.
Oh,
so like
interesting.
A few Malay students in the corner, and then like the whole class is Chinese. So at that point of time, you just talk to the person next to you only.
Yes.
So in the kindergarten, I don't really feel like, oh, I'm different. And also like just like what I said just now, you know, as a kid, we don't really know like, oh, what race, or I'm different or whatever.
Right.
You know, just go to school and then just learn things. And then I think in the primary school, I guess, I think the moment that I felt like, wow, I'm different is when I learned the scissor paper stone, 石头剪刀布. Yeah, 石头剪刀布. I learned it, I think, when I was in primary 5. That's when I learned how to play this thing.
Quite late but okay.
石头剪刀布.
I forgive you.
And then, because for the past like 4 or 5 years, I don't even know what they are doing. I don't know, because I guess because I don't understand the whole 石头剪刀布.
Okay.
You know, at that point, I was just busy studying and being a good student or whatever, you know.
Perfect. You know? I got it. Were you a prefect in school?
No, I was
librarian?
the class the
Ketua Darjah.
Ketua Darjah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Ketua Darjah, but I was hated lah.
Oh,
because
you're too strict.
No, because I wasn't a good I don't really like when I used to not be like a good person. As a kid, like I don't really know how to treat people well, and everything, and that was also a process for me, like because when I was in school, a lot of people don't like me, like maybe the way I talk and everything, and sometimes because also like as a Malay, you don't really know, like sometimes as a kid you don't really know, like, oh, like if I say this thing in this tone, it's different. The meaning is different for like Chinese or for Malay. So so I think maybe the way I speak or whatever, they don't really like me. And then I still remember like the whole class was against me, like because I was like the Ketua Darjah, and then like just the way I see things, it was just offending them or whatever lah.
Okay.
But but I also remember when I was primary 1, when I was in primary 1, right? We call it primary 1.
Standard 1.
Yeah, standard 1. Yeah, standard 1. And then I wanted to go pee.
Pee, as in to pee?
Yes, I want to go and pee.
Okay.
And then I was too scared of asking teacher, can I go to the toilet? And then I still remember this teacher name. She's called Huang Cai Li 老师. She was a very stern teacher. So I was very scared. And then I was trying to keep it in and everything, you know. And then I cannot already. I went there in front of the teacher, and then I asked, can I go to the toilet? And then I start to... I pee the whole way to the toilet. So when I come back, the teacher asked the Ketua Darjah to go and get the mop and then go settle it for me. So the Ketua Darjah had to like mop my pee from the class to the toilet for me.
I'm sorry I'm laughing, but it's okay.
I don't know if he's traumatized or whatever until now.
We will find out after this episode. You might get a DM, so I'm that Ketua Darjah, you know? Yeah, that was also, I felt like the Malay in me that like I felt like, okay, maybe like I'm not really sure how to ask the teacher, if you can
请问我可以去厕所吗? I'm not sure like how to ask that.
Right.
I think, yeah. And and also like if like you're like, I think a lot of people think like there's like racism or whatever, right?
Yeah.
For me, to be honest,
no.
To be honest, like
that's amazing.
Like I'm really grateful because it's like maybe because I don't really look at those things that way.
Yeah.
I guess, you know, I don't really take people's words that way, you know, like I don't like, oh, you're racist lah. You're racist lah. So I'm quite grateful that I've never been through anything severe lah.
Got it. I love it. Also, but I mean, that's in school. But what about out of school? Do you have peers that are Malay friends as well? Or most of your friends are from school?
Most of my friends are 99% of my friends are Chinese.
From school, right?
No, even like even when I work at the Pasar Pagi, it was always because that's the Kedai Runcit in that Pasar Pagi is owned by my friend's father. So it's also like Chinese. Amazing. And then normally it's the Chinese business people comes and buy things, or Malay. And so it's always like speaking Malay or speaking Chinese.
Yeah. So, actually, JB, mostly they speak Mandarin also, right?
Right.
Yeah, majority. Yeah. Now it makes sense, totally.
But now, because I moved to KL, here a lot of people speak Cantonese.
Oh yeah.
Right.
你識講廣東話冇?
No.
Oh,
zero.
Zero, but can you understand?
No, zero. So I think even after graduating from school, 99% of my everyday life is just Chinese.
Yeah. Which explains your first language is Mandarin.
Yes.
Then Malay.
Even I speak Malay is also pelat already now.
Is it? Can you speak a bit for us? Boleh tak?
Boleh, but how suddenly need to speak Malay? Assalamualaikum.
Nama saya Firdhaus. Hari ni saya kat Head Over Heels bersama Maggie. I can speak a bit of Malay because I'm from Malay school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I feel like my situation with you a bit terbalik, you know?
Yes.
Really. I mean, I regret not studying Chinese or Mandarin.
Okay.
I scolded my mom that day. I said, "Mami, 怎么没有带我去华校？你可以自己去补习的吗？不关我的事吧？ I wouldn't have known. But anyway, but I was in a school where there's only 3 Chinese.
Wow.
The rest Malay.
Okay.
It was a very alim school, like a very Muslim school. Okay. So in my case, I felt very left out because you know how like, I don't know in school, because you went to a Chinese school, but in a kebangsaan school, if you are Muslim, you have your Islam class. And then moral time, you have your moral class.
Yeah.
But for me, right, my moral class had only 3 Chinese and then 2 Indian and then another 2 Chinese from another class. Like in totality, there's only like the 10 of us. Combining with other classes, that's how little non-Muslim students there were in my school then.
Okay.
So in my case, I also didn't feel left out. In fact, I kind of like blended in with my Malay friends very well. That's why I can speak Malay.
Okay.
Yeah, great. Like, hang nak makan apa? Jangan like back then, their SMS, when they SMS, it's not sentence, you know, super short form. I could do that, but now not so much anymore. I feel like our lives kind of like terbalik.
Yes.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, we are in Malaysia, multiracial country, and then there's no such thing as you're Chinese, therefore you only learn Chinese. And if anything, I want my future kid to be able to learn our languages as well. So I'm sure the same for you because being able to learn Chinese has also kind of like changed your life completely. Yeah. You wouldn't be the Firdhaus you are today if you went to a kebangsaan school, maybe, I don't know, completely different life, right?
Maybe I'm singing Malay songs now.
And you do sing some Malay songs. You have some Malay songs, right?
Yeah. Like I'm trying because like the other day, like my mom scolded me. Like she told me like, why you sing Malay songs so pelat one? Because
actually, what's pelat?
Pelat is like how like, pelat?
Cannot
pelat?
The accent is it? If you can say it in Chinese.
Pelat is like how I think it's accent. Just the way I pronounce the words is not like as
how
a
I
Malay.
Speak Chinese lah.
Yes, something like that. Like like 飞到耳 maybe 飞到or something like that.
It's like me, understand?
Something like that. Yeah, and then like when I'm singing Malay songs, that becomes more obvious. Yeah, and then it's sounded bad. So yeah, I'm still.
Your mommy scold you lah.
Yeah, mommy scold
But do you guys speak What do you speak?
I speak Malay with my mom. I speak English with my father.
Oh, nice. But have they tried speaking Mandarin as well?
My dad, yes. My dad went to like tuition and everything. But,
amazing.
But he can't speak Chinese now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think at this point, everyone knows I'm a banana, meaning I'm Chinese, but I can't really speak Chinese because I didn't really study Chinese. So my comprehension of the language, I would say, is very shallow.
Okay.
Okay, like I know basic words, but if you go any deeper, like sometimes the Taiwanese drama, I don't understand one.
Okay.
But I kind of get it, right?
Yeah.
So when I listen to your songs, I think the attraction or what pulls people really is how simple
the
lyrics are.
Yeah.
And how raw your emotions are. Because you're able to put such complex feelings into such beautiful words.
Yep.
Would you agree?
Yes, that's done
intentionally.
Yeah,
intentionally. Yeah.
Yeah, because I used to have this period of time because Jay Chou's lyricist,
you really love Jay Chou, huh?
Yes, I love him. And then his lyricist is very, the 中国风, and then the vocab is very deep. Yeah. And then when I started writing songs, I thought writing deep lyrics is the only way. And like you got to be like you need to write deep lyrics in order to be good, to be seen as good. And then so I had that process of like trying to write like someone else, and then blah, 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 blah. And then I don't know, one day I just realized that, or I'm gonna just be myself and just try to write my emotions, write it in like the simplest way, because I want my audience to get it on the first listen. That's like my point, because I don't want you to like you need the dictionary and then everything, or what he's talking about and everything. And I guess I just want to go like a different route, in the sense that like, okay, simple lyrics can also be good.
And it is good. And I think the beauty of it is, even if I don't understand Mandarin that well, I felt like I understood your songs. Even though like in the lyrics, right, maybe got some words I don't get it, but in totality as a whole, I get it.
Yeah.
So thank you
You're
for making songs for us. Simple Mandarin, like 快点回家，
早点回家，
早点回家，sorry, next one you can do 快点回家，早点回家. Like I get it, but if it's like I don't know, sometimes
青花瓷.
What is that? I don't know. So like I mean, Chinese is one thing. There's so many different types of Chinese out there, right? Like people like me, and then people who can understand or cannot understand. But yeah, I love that. And I think we have to talk about one of your top hits. 阿拉斯加海湾.
Yes, great.
对吗？
Perfect.
Okay, Gulf of Alaska. The song that actually went viral on Douyin, which is China's version of TikTok. Back in 2020, was during the pandemic. And I think it's insane because you currently have like more than 11 million streams on Spotify.
A billion. Million. Oh,
in totality.
Spotify million. Yeah.
And where is the billion? Tell me.
No, that's on Douyin. Okay.
Oh, sorry lah. My one is billion already. Guys, billion. That's insane. So, when you wrote that song, sorry, many questions. What was the inspiration? Was it? I mean, it's essentially a prayer to God protecting your lover after heartbreaking separation. I was trying to look for translation of his song. So Bella did her own translation. So thank you, Bella. Shout out.
Nice.
I think it's so raw because it also is an outcry of anger and frustration towards God, 上天啊, right? For tearing you guys apart in the first place. So is this song about you, or it's something you've experienced before, or it's like imagination of a story?
No, it's about me. It's about a relationship that I had. Yeah. So because I can be more vulnerable speaking English for some reason.
Really? Come on, spill it.
Like even if like I'm writing captions on like Instagram, right? For some reason, if I'm writing in English, I can be more vulnerable. Maybe because like I know like my audience don't understand.
Okay, yeah, because most of your audience are Chinese speaking.
Yes. So yeah, so I had this relationship that I had, I think 3 to 4 years ago. And she was someone special. I think when I met her, she had a kid. She was like older from me. I think when I was 20, she was like 25, 26. She had a kid, and yeah, I fell in love with her, and I love even the kid. I love the kid, and like I wanted to protect them both. And then, but I was 20 and I was working. I guess I didn't really have money, and then kids, they have like susu, and they
Bajus
need to go to kindergarten and pampers and everything. And also I guess it's my mind was thinking too much, and I was like putting a lot of pressure on myself, like, oh, I wanted to like give them a family, and then but I was 20 and like I wasn't prepared at all, and even like my friends was telling me, oh, you need to grow up, you need to be more like a man or whatever. But I don't really have a lot of money at that time, and I guess I wasn't mature enough also. So I met them, and then like I wanted to protect them. Even like before we break up, I was like, we were planning to move to Singapore to work, and I wanted to start my music things. Yes. And then we didn't make it now. But I guess life happens, everything happens for a reason, without that relationship, without that experience, like this song will never exist. Right. And then like everything, this won't happen. So everything happens for a reason. So, and I love that about just life. Everything happens for a reason. And now she's happily married to his husband, and I hope
I'm sure
happy.
she's proud of you. Well, are you happier now?
I'm happier now. Like nowadays I'm very happy. I used to be like a depressed person, but
I want to say, I mean, I have friends who listen to your song. They told me to make sure I ask you this. You sound like a very sad person. So would you say you are that person, or it's kind of like a persona you have on, so make sure you can to write the song?
I think I have two type of like personas, like this sad, sensitive singer-songwriter, like the like that type of me, and the other one is like the edgy, the rebel type of me.
The funny guy. You're quite funny actually.
So like I have these two. I used to like ask myself like, oh, what am I? Like truly, what am I? And then I realized like both of that is me. So I need to accept that both. So that's
Oh wow. I mean, now that I know the birth of this song, Gulf of Alaska, it's just more mind blown, lor. I feel like I appreciate it even more. Because it changed your life. Would you say so?
Yeah.
Was that the first hit that just went viral and then your life changed? Is that song?
Yeah, that song.
That breakout song that most artists.
Gulf of Alaska. Yep.
How do you feel like when you found out, okay, wait, this is becoming a big deal? Holy shit. Like how did it feel?
If I'm being honest, I've never really sit down and like process everything.
You're still living in it.
I think, and I don't know how to explain. Like I've never processed the whole feeling because it just happened, and then like, to be honest, like my personal life, nothing changes, and also because when that happens, it was MCO, so I didn't see anything different. It was just like, oh, my followers gone up, and then the likes gone up, and then the interviews and everything. People are interested in you. So, but I've never felt like, oh, until now, like I don't really, like, I'm still not really confident like how many people out there that knows me or knows my song and everything. So I think it would take a few years for me to kind of process everything, I think.
For sure. I mean, take your time. And all I can tell you is, I think, just keep doing you.
Yeah.
Just know that there will be more people screaming when you come. Like when you arrive at the destination and your life is just changing. I think you are living in that change right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people love your song.
Thank you.
That's so insane, right? Sometimes you think about it.
Yeah.
Like
sometimes like when I go to like universities to sing, and just their reception is like crazy.
People cry. I mean, your song is beautiful. I mean, it's sad, but at the same time, it's not. It is real life. It's reality, and it's something that we all experience. So yes, I think we have to talk about your album.
Yeah.
Your first album.
人生起起.
I wanted to say myself. Let me. It's okay.
Okay.
Can I try?
Yes. Let's go.
人生起起落落落落落.
Yes. Perfect.
So which one came first? You wanted this as the album title, or it was a song that you picked out of?
I think when we were preparing for this album, I wrote the other 9 songs first.
Yeah.
So we finished the other 9 songs first, and then the last song I just didn't have any idea. And then I wanted to just have something that can conclude everything from the past like 2 years. And then there was a few ideas like, oh, should we call it 阿拉斯加海湾 or 上天啊 or you know, those type of names. But I just didn't, it just didn't feel right. And then and then I wrote this song. And then when I wrote this song, for some reason one night I just thought of this song title, and then I felt like, okay, this song title felt right. And then I proposed to my label, like, okay, I felt right. This song title felt right, and I want it to be the title for the album. So yeah, and also it's quite, I guess people will always ask me, why 5 law and everything, right?
That's my next question.
And I love when people ask me about my song title, like, oh, why Gulf of Alaska? Why 5 law? So I like making up song names that will make people question me.
So that's your reason?
Yeah, that's the reason.
There's no other reason?
No other reason.
Just to make you ask him why.
Yeah.
Lo.
Yeah. Lo.
Yeah, that was one of a fan question. Like, why 5 times instead of 2 times? Like, what's so extra?
What's so extra? Okay, so no lah. The reason is also 起起. So because 起起 lo. And then a question mark. So the reason is 起起 for me is like the Gulf of Alaska and everything. So 起起.
Yeah.
And then after that, I went through like a whole period of losing confidence, and then don't know what to do, don't know how to write songs and everything. So that whole emotion is the lo. And then the question mark is, I don't know what will happen next. So maybe chi, or maybe I'll continue lo. But that's life. So so that's the question mark. Yeah.
I love that. Lots of subliminal messages, but love it. Yeah. Okay. I think this is probably a very popular question that you gotten. Like, out of all the songs, I mean, they're all so good. I really can't pick. But which is your personal favorite that's closest to your heart? If you can choose one. I feel like, I don't know, after your story, I don't know if it's Gulf of Alaska.
No, because I get bored of
things very fast.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel you. I'm also like that.
Because I listened to the album, I think a lot of
I think you contributed to the streams yourself many times.
Nowadays
too.
I don't even listen to the album anymore. But if like I need to choose one, I think there's 2 songs in the album that I love. 上天啊, the first song, and Table for Two.
Oh yes, I really like Table for Two as well.
Yeah. Table for Two is also directed by Jasmine.
Yes.
Yeah, that's something I'm really excited for, because we shoot it, I think, last week, and then yeah, it's releasing, I think, this month.
No wonder she cannot shoot for me. She says she's busy for MD. It's for you. It's okay. It's worth it. I think you asked me earlier off the mic, and you asked me which is my personal favorite. I have to say, right, I really love all of them.
Okay.
I know very PR answer, but I'll just choose two also.
Okay.
Not 快点啊，早点回家。
早点回家, okay.
Because also, as much as kind of, is it a love song?
Yeah, it's also for the same person.
Oh, wow. She has really inspired you.
Yeah. The whole album, the whole album, the love songs, the heartbreak songs in the album is
this person. Do you think the person knows?
Yeah, I think, yes. I think when the Gulf of Alaska dropped, she unfollowed me.
Ayyo.
Because I think she listened to it and then she knew it's about her and then she unfollowed me. But now she followed me back.
She better buy ticket to your showcase lah. Okay. Oh my goodness. But yeah, and also Alaska Haiwan. And I think those two songs really, I think,
your favorite?
My favorite. The song that made me fall in love with your music, really. And the rest also very nice, actually. There's one more, 菜. My 菜.
Okay.
很可爱,
Okay, 很可爱.
Yeah, 很可爱, 很可爱. So 我的华语不是很好，所以最好不要讲华语啦。
Like you 啦，很可爱。
哎呦，谢谢你啊。Okay, I think, would you say your upcoming music that you will make, I mean, you are going to continue to make music, will be revolving around love relationships, or you do want to explore other things?
I think mainly I will stay in like the love thing because I just feel like when I was like I was a teenager, like there's one mentor, he told me like, why do you always write songs about love? And then at that, like I stopped writing songs for 2 years because of that. Because I just felt like, why always love only? I cannot write about the world or, heal the world or whatever, And then I was struggling at that time. And then one day I just think of it like, what's wrong with writing about love songs? And also love songs sells.
Look at Taylor Swift. Every breakup she got one song.
Yeah. So yeah, I think I'll write a lot more love songs, maybe happy or sad or whatever. But I still want to also evolve some things. Maybe one day I can write about other things. But mainly I still want to write a lot about love.
I love it. Then we will talk about love right now.
Yeah.
There is a recurring theme, long distance relationships.
Yeah.
Right? And you were quite open about all your heartbreaks through your lyrics, through your words.
Okay.
So after writing so much and after experiencing so much, do you think long distance relationship can work?
For me, no.
Tell me more. Why?
I think I used to have like trust issues. I used to be very insecure. Nowadays, not really. Nowadays, I'm in a quite healthy relationship. So, nowadays it's fine. But I just can't really like for me, long distance is very, very hard. I'm someone that needs
physical
quality
touch.
time, physical touch. My love language is that. So for me, long distance is very hard for me. Yeah.
And heartbreaks. How do you personally move on from them?
Nowadays, it's easier for me.
Oh, why?
Because
so you break up many times already, is it?
Quite a lot.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But like people would think I'm like this.
No lah. Very good guy.
No, okay. How I deal with it, I kind of just remind myself that no one can't live without
someone.
Like you'll get through it, whatever. And then I always, like boys are always like, okay, break up and then we go to the gym and then work hard, post stories, I'm in gym and everything.
Invest back in yourself.
Yes. Yeah. And I think it's always good to like trying to improve myself, because you have to be a better person to take care of you have to love yourself before you can love someone properly.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah. And I hope you don't ever stop writing about love.
Okay.
Because it's speaking to our hearts. For those who are single, who are not single, who are going to be single, who just became single. So yes, you are really changing a lot of people's lives through your music. So yeah, thank you. And I think we want to also talk about, what is it like now that you're in the music industry? Is it something that like what you're going through now? Is it anything you have expected? Is it like, do you wish there was something that you wish people told you before you got into the industry?
I think I'm trying to learn how to accept people's advice. I think, opinions.
Yeah.
Because I'm a very, I have a strong opinion in terms of like my music or visuals and everything. Like I always have my own opinions.
Yeah.
And sometimes I find it hard to accept people's opinions and even sometimes even like my boss or my manager, at times they have their own opinions and everything. I want to like learn how to balance both in a sense that I still can have my own opinions and I also can accept people's opinions with open heart. And that's one thing, because like sometimes I struggle with it a lot, because I feel like why they don't understand me and blah, 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 blah. And
you take it personally, right?
And then because sometimes like I want to try a lot of things and I don't really like to follow rules. I love to break the rules and not do it in a like old fashioned way. So that's like I'm still learning that. And then I think creatively I just I would love to be more more.
You can say in Chinese. Let me see if I understand.
I forgot what I wanted to say.
It's okay. It happens all the time.
No lah. Creatively, I want to try more things. That's what I want to say.
Explore more things.
Explore more things, and then So like, what is your question?
I forgot.
Already.
Oh yeah, what you wish people told you? Hey, if it was before you do this, when you get into this industry, it's gonna be like this. Nothing lah. You just
no. I guess like how people are interested in you when you have something is hot.
It's true.
And then when you don't really have something hot out right now, nobody cares about you. And then that's like something that I feel like Malaysian medias or
when you're the hot thing, everyone wants a piece
is interested in you. And then like when you're not hot anymore or whatever, they don't really play your songs or I feel like we can be better. We can all be better at that. But I also understand them from their perspective, because they want clicks, they want views and everything. So I think it's a we need to balance it out.
The nature of an industry, which is why it can be for the person or like for the artist, it can be it can be harsh.
Yeah.
Because like say when you're in your low season where you have no more new music or new work or new drama coming out, it can take a toll on your self-worth sometimes.
Yeah, it's hard to always keep on like being the hot thing and everything.
Yeah. You see, like you said, 起起, and then you got to 落落落. Sometimes it's just like life upside down.
You have to 落才会有起.
对.
Yeah.
对. And I think we saw a post that you posted a while ago where you shared some of your favorite songs you've written, and then one of it caught Bella's attention. Okay, Bella is our showrunner, in case those of you who are new here, hello. The title is quite heavy.
Yeah.
If I die, please tell my mom I love her.
Wow. That's a great song title.
So is it? So, I mean, just now you already say you write song title, you come up with the titles that make people ask question. But for this one, what was what's the story behind it?
I think when I was like 18 or 19, I was in a bad relationship. I was in a bad period of like the lowest point of my life. Like I was in a bad relationship. I was my relationship with my parents was not great.
Yeah.
And then like I was coming back home late, and then I was waking up late and everything. So I was depressed at that time, and then the thoughts of going away sometimes comes up in my mind. But the one person that I always think of is my mom, because she has this habit of waiting for me no matter how late I come home. So like she won't go to sleep until I come home. Like I come home and then she'll go to sleep. So even like 4 or 5 a.m. she'll wait for me and everything. So that's for me like so the lyrics of the song, like someone's waiting for me, someone can't fall asleep. So that's my mom. So and like I kind of think of her like, so like if I die, like she'll miss me the most. Like she can't like even like now, like whenever like I speak of, like sometimes I kind of like tease her like, oh, if I pass away or whatever, like she'll immediately like she'll cry. So like even sometimes like even when she says I love you, she'll cry for some reason.
You say I love you and she'll cry, or she says
no, she say I love you. But we have this like before we go out or everything, I'll kiss her, and then like I'll say I love you, whatever. Yeah.
Are you the only child in your family? Oh. Yeah. How is that like growing up as the only child?
I wanted to have like a elder sister. I've always wanted to have like a beautiful
older sister.
Wow,
very specific.
Yes. That's like my dream, but like it won't happen lah.
How old are you this year?
I'm 24.
Never mind lah, I can be your older sister.
Okay lah.
I always wanted a brother, but I only got a sister. Anyway. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we are slowly wrapping up, but so many more questions. But
okay.
There's one question that a fan asked, and I remember very clearly. Like, Firdhaus, if you are not doing what you do today, what would you be doing? Like, what would your life have been like if not singing? You almost went to Singapore. Like, what was the job that you almost did?
I think
alternate reality.
Okay, if I'm not singing, I think it will be still creative jobs. I think like even like I love being like the behind the scenes, like the producer or production team and everything. Like I'm interested in like photography or videography things, editing videos, or even like directing. Like one of my music videos I directed. I directed my own music videos.
Which one was it?
起起落落. Yeah. So I've always been interested in the behind the scene things. So and also I'm not like a person that I need to be in front of the camera. Like like just now I said, like, I'm comfortable behind. So maybe I can be like a guitarist or whatever for other people. Also, that's something fun. I feel like
amazing. And your upcoming show, I think this episode will be out before your showcase.
Right.
It's on the 22nd. Yes, 22nd of December. Tell us a little bit about that. What can your fans expect? And
wow, okay.
Your first show, right?
Yeah.
Like your first
my first
like solo
live
show.
showcase, solo show.
That's amazing. Sold out. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the ticketing system is a bit.
I saw your story, your struggle. You're trying to help everyone. I was like, 你们可以 click 这边，然后 click.
It's like I think now is what time?
Oh, I think 11 o'clock got another slot, right?
No, 12.
12.
Oh, 12.
It's 11:30.
Oh, 11:30. Okay, almost there. Later I'll be stressed out. because everyone will come like screenshot. Hey, I pay already. Why I didn't get the ticket and everything.
Then it's not your fault. It's the ticketing
but
system.
I'll be pressured. But I need to answer because because I don't want them to feel like they are cheated or whatever. So this is my first show. I think my only hope is that I can give you guys a show that you will remember your whole life. Yeah, it will be like a small show. It's a very small show. And then I think I won't, like next year, I think I won't do like this small show. So I think it will be a very intimate show. I want to like talk more with the audience and have a lot of more interaction with the audience. Yeah, and then like the whole stage design and everything, I want to make it out of the box. I'm trying. I'm still thinking of ideas. But yeah, I just hope everyone that's coming will enjoy the show and will be touched by my voice and my songs.
Already touched, don't worry. Just be touched further.
Yeah.
Okay. I saw that you were on radio interviews quite a bit.
Yeah.
But that one is quite short, right? Because you only talk like in between songs.
Their talk set is very short, like 1 minute, 2 minutes.
Yeah. When I was in radio, I mean, I love radio, but the interview I don't like one. Very short. So I love that I can ask so many questions today. Thank you so much. Oh my God.
Thank you.
Yeah. So Firdhaus will be doing a short performance for us later, like a short one. So thank you for that. Before we kind of wrap up though, I do have some very short questions from your fans that they want to know. What's your favorite color? I don't know, maybe for the showcase they want to bring you something. I hope this is helpful.
Black and white.
Hey, easy, nice, black and white. And if you could move to a different country, what would it be? Would you move?
Move to different country, Australia.
Nice.
Yeah.
And which song was the hardest to write?
Hardest to write? Hold on. I think 早点回家 I think 早点回家 is quite difficult because it took me like 1 to 2 years to finish.
Wow.
Yeah, the first part, if you really read into the lyrics, the first part from verse to chorus, it's actually after the breakup. And then the second part, the second verse and the second chorus, it's actually after she found someone.
I see. And
yeah,
that's insane. Okay. I think I've gotten to know you quite a bit today.
Yeah.
And I think you're a very funny person. Very, very funny. Okay. You like to make fun of yourself as well. I love that. And I love how dedicated you are. I say this because if you guys are a fan of Firdhaus, this episode is very special because this guy, he woke up at 5 a.m., drove to Genting to do his hair for this podcast recording. So he drove all the way back down. That's insane.
My manager drive the car. I was
still,
just sleeping.
You still have to wake up, like move your body out of the bed. Shout out. And I was late for 15 minutes because my plumber didn't come. And I'm so sorry about that. The dedication that you have, and I think I've seen you perform one time as well. And I could see, that moment before your show, you're very, very focused.
Yeah.
You don't talk to people.
Yeah.
And you're like in your zone.
No, normally, I don't really talk to people.
So thank you for talking to me for 1 hour. It was such an honor. And now, we always wrap up our interviews, our chats with our guests with 3 questions. I sent it to you. I think he prepared this one already.
No, I still don't have the answer. You asked me first.
You keep it short and sweet.
Okay,
no problem.
Short and sweet, okay.
What are you currently head over heels for?
Buying new clothes.
Love it.
Yes.
Okay. And what's the best or worst advice that you've received? You can choose one.
Best advice. Okay, I saw this. It's quite a long one. Okay, sorry.
Go for it.
Okay, it's a TikTok video.
Okay.
And I watched it. I love watching like the motivational video and then lying down on my bed and watching motivational videos without doing anything. Okay, and the person said this one quote that I love. He said like, if you want to be happy in your life, you have to have the surfer mentality. Surfer.
Oh, okay.
So when a surfer is riding the wave, he does not think like, I'll be on the wave forever. He knows that he will crash. He will crash, and then he also knows that the other wave, the next wave will come. And then he doesn't make the mistake of thinking of, oh, I'll stay here forever.
Yeah.
So when you're on top, you don't think of like, oh, I'll always be on top.
Yeah.
Because when you crash down, when you fall down, that's also a part of the experience. You have to learn to enjoy
both,
the whole experience of life, you know, being on the wave and also crashing down and trying to get back up.
Yeah.
So I love that quote, like, and I always remind myself, like, okay, like, even like I'm feeling down or whatever, like I know like the next wave will come. I'll just need to work on what I can control.
Yeah.
You know, the only thing you can control in life is your effort.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
So you just work hard and then everything will happen.
Amazing. Yeah. And one final one. 3 words or sentence. Okay. I feel like you choose sentence to describe your life.
Why?
Right now.
I'm very
You're very talkative. I love it. So I hope I fulfill your dreams of talking as much as you want.
Yes, I love to talk. I love to talk.
So you can go on. Yes. 3 words or sentence to describe your life right now.
Letters lah, okay? Alright. Letters. Improving.
Okay.
Calm.
Okay.
It's not that I'm a very calm person. I'm trying to be a calm person.
Yeah.
Kindness lah.
Yeah.
Kindness. Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
And is there anything else you want to share or something that I didn't manage to ask? Like it's in your head, like I want to talk about this on the podcast.
No, I think
I've
talked a lot already. I'm low battery already.
Okay, better don't deplete his battery because this guy still needs to, have things to do after this. But yeah, thank you so much once again.
Thank you so much. I'm very happy.
It's such a pleasure getting to know you as you. The story that you shared, I think all of us enjoyed listening so much. Not just your song, your story. So who knows, one day you might have a talk show also.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, who knows?
I was asking them like how to set up the podcast. Because I was planning actually to do like a podcast.
Correct. Yeah. And who knows? And you'll be talking about inviting people on your show to talk about their love stories. And I think...
Yeah, I can invite you to share your love story.
I have a lot of love story, I tell you. My goodness. So many. But yeah, I think all I want to say is thank you for doing what you do. I know you hear this a lot. And I know sometimes things can be hard.
Yep.
And I hope you never stop doing what you do because your work is really changing people's lives. And I'm just so excited for what lies ahead of you.
Thank you.
Your life that's going to happen in the next few years. And we will always be rooting for you. So you better come back.
Yes, I'll come back.
And with that, I will wrap this episode with what I always say. Don't forget to fall head over heels for yourself as in always. But make sure you fall head over heels for Firdhaus' latest album. And check it out, guys. I love his songs. I'm just going to say that. So go enjoy it. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Yay. All right, this song is Maggie's favorite song of mine. And this performance is dedicated to her. 你总叫我早点回家，那你知道什么是家吗？是我拥抱你的时候，你在我怀里的那一刹那。哦，你总叫我早点回家，那你知道我在想你吗？原谅我那么不听话，你就是我的家。